6 o'clock, we will call the meeting to order. It's a one-item agenda this evening to discuss and vote on the contracts with the architectural firm of DBVW for the Town Hall project and for the Council on Aging project. So, Steve, do you mind if I turn it over to you to walk us through this process?
Yes, no problem, Diana. Thank you. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
At last meeting, we had the introduction of Michael Veros and the initial fee proposals for both the town hall and the senior center projects. Unfortunately, you guys didn't have the latest one because there was some corrections made that day. So we sent those out, and there were a couple comments that came back. Didn't affect the overall fee price, but there was some numbers that weren't quite adding up and just had to be adjusted within the fee table. And then Brian had a couple of other questions that Michael answered. I guess my first, I'll pause here just to make sure that there are no other questions on the fee proposals at this time from anybody on the committee.
Okay, let's go with Bob Briscoe first and Jim Slattery.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I just had a couple of questions. I didn't see anything on either one of the locations for any kind of a generator specification or study. And the other question that I had was on the town hall. I didn't see anything for the Veterans Administration office or personnel.
And Michael, you can jump in on this, but I don't think that level of detail would be in their fee proposal necessary. It would be something that would come up during schematic design and ultimately, roll through into design development and construction documents. So there's going to be a lot of things that come up that are items that we either we'll consider, address, study, decide whether we're going to include or not based on function and price. So I think the generator and the occupants of the building is certainly one of them. So that those items will be covered.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, Jim. You're muted. There you go.
Yep. The first thing I had, and I don't know, I presented my questions to Dinah, and I don't know, is on the town hall one on page 5. There's talk of the police shed. I know we're sort of revamping the campus, and that's become our bailiwick, and we're paying for that, which I think people should know that we're restructuring the traffic pattern around the whole campus of the town hall, but I didn't understand why we should worry about moving the police shed.
Go ahead, Mike.
Mike.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Just not knowing the final layout of this new traffic pattern. We just had a little concern that structure may be in the way. And if we'd like to work around it if we can, to save everyone the cost of replacing it, assuming it would need to be replaced. And so we just, we've got it covered should it need to be either moved onto a new foundation or replaced in kind. But the extent of our scope that we've included would be, would be replacement in kind, not design of like a whole new design. And, but if we do find that it's in the way, we'll have to do something with it. Right. Mm-hmm. But ideally work around it.
That's sort of what Dinah and I agreed to. So I'm satisfied with that answer. Also on the senior center on page 5, there's been discussion within the committee about change orders coming back to the committee. And there's mention of change orders going through the administration staff of the architect and the OPM and those people, but there's no mention of coming back to the committee itself, or is that not something that's done? Because we should have some control over the cost if somebody wants to charge us $1 million to change the color of the building or something.
No. Any change order that is either requested by us as a proposal request or may come in from a contractor as a COP or PCO, however they want to classify it, it's both the same thing, change order proposal. We will vet, Michael and I will vet those first, because generally speaking, they're going to come in higher than we'd want them. And if it's a credit, it's going to be lower than we want it. So we'll go through all of those. And then as we gather up a number of them, we will present them to the committee to be incorporated into a change order. So you're going to see everything that is discussed as far as changes go. And, Vertex will be maintaining a change order proposal log, and, also how it will impact our budget as far as our contingency. So we don't approve anything unilaterally. It goes through the committee.
So it does have to have committee approval.
Yes.
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I think Brian has logged out and will probably log back in again. He could not get off mute, and he's now connecting to audio. Are there any other questions? Okay. No, he's muted again. Brian, you're muted again. Are you? We can see you, Brian. Are you? But you're still muted. There you are. All set? Okay, are there any other questions? Brian? Again, any other questions? All right, I guess I will entertain a motion to approve the contract with the architectural firm for the town hall.
Can you hear me?
Jim Slattery, I'll second it. I guess somebody just
I
moved
have no
it.
sound.
Who moved the item, please?
Hold on. I'm gonna figure out my headphones here.
Brian, we can hear you.
We can hear you, Brian. Can I ask who moved? Jim seconded. Who moved the question? Mark, was that you?
It was not me. Are we actually voting on the contract or just the approving the fee, the final fee?
We're voting on the contract
Mm,
so that they can be approved.
I make a motion to move the contract.
And I'll second.
Steve, is it actually a
Yes.
contract or just a fee?
If I could, right now, this is the fee proposal. We will move on to filling out the contract after. And what we had talked about previously was we would issue Michael a notice to proceed so we can move on to a kickoff meeting.
Okay,
What I just wanted to ensure is part of Michael's fees, he's added a couple of alternates because we asked him for some pricing on some acoustical stuff, which we can decide whether we want to go in that direction once we get into design and issue an amendment to his contract. But at least we have the numbers now. So the amount of the fee that we're approving is as I had presented, would be less these alternates or options at this point. I just want to make sure if you name the list the amount, we have the right amount.
we can always do the add alternates at a later date, correct?
Correct.
Okay, Mark?
Steve, can you just list the two amounts, town hall COA?
Yes, the town hall fee would be $1,924,251. Michael, just to make sure I've got that correct. And then the senior center is $901,978.
$1,978.
$901,978. 901,978.
For town hall, there should be three numbers for town hall.
Well, town hall is,
There's two levels of the audiovisual design. Mhm.
Not including those yet.
right, we're not including this. So I'm just
Yeah.
going, with the first subtotal.
Oh, okay. Mhm.
Yep, which
So
is,
for the town, so for the town hall, it's $1,924,251.
correct.
And for the senior center, once again, please.
901,978.
Thank you. Okay, I'd just like to consider the town hall at this moment. Mark, you had a question?
Yeah, so again, Diana, we're just approving those two numbers, not the contract.
Correct. Just those two numbers. I was mistaken. I misspoke. So just those two numbers. And then we will give Mike an order to, authorization to proceed. Correct, Steve?
Correct. We can issue a notice to proceed while we're putting the contracts together
Okay.
based on those amounts.
Okay, so I have a motion and a second for the number for the town hall. Is there any more discussion? Brian?
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Oh, sorry, I was having some technical difficulties. Did they pass around the revised proposal? Because my only concern was the CA end of it, or the closeout looked a little light. I don't know if it was amended. I'm okay with the total number. It was just the percentages seemed a little off. That was all.
Okay, Steve, do you have an answer for that?
Yeah, I mean, I did not have an issue with the percentages. I know, Brian, I think your bigger concern was the closeout portion.
Correct.
Because that was broken out, which Michael did increase.
Okay, good.
And I think, overall, once we get to the end of the project, we'll look at where we're at. But the closeout, I mean, I sort of include the closeout as part of CA, but it is at the end. And, we'll make
Okay.
sure that there's enough there to get that done.
I just didn't know if the first question I brought up was the math and the formulas, if that fixed that. I didn't know how all the numbers worked. I couldn't figure out the formula, but when I saw $500 for a structural engineer for closeout, it just looks a little light. That's all.
We had
But if you're
really
good with
treated
it,
it,
I'm good.
we had really just treated it as some of the paperwork at the end, but
Okay.
it can be looked at a few ways, but I did increase it.
Okay.
Mhm.
That's fine. Like I said, the number looked good. I was just a little nervous. It looked like the end is a little light. That's all. But if it's in CA, then we're probably okay.
Any other questions before we vote on the town hall number of $1,924,251?
Not on my end.
Okay, seeing no further questions, all in favor, please raise
Aye.
your hand so I can see it. Okay, that's a unanimous vote. Thank you. And now I will entertain a motion for the Council on Aging in the sum of $901,978.
I make a motion to accept the amount of $901,978.
I'll second it, Jim Slattery.
Okay. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, please raise your hands. Okay, it looks like a unanimous vote. Okay. I think we're moving right along. So, Steve, you will communicate with Mike, since you're next door to each other on my frames, with a notice to proceed, and we can get going.
Yes, I'll put something in a draft together and get it to Mike Unit so that you want it on town letterhead. So we'll get that going right away.
Okay. Well, this was a one-item agenda, and I thank you all for taking some time out of your Tuesday evenings. And I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn. Jim Slattery.
Okay. Do I have a second? Bob
Second,
Maderos? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right.
Okay, thank you, gentlemen. And
Thanks,
our
guys.
next,
Ladies.
our
Thank
next
you.
meeting is
15th.
February.
February 15th. Yes,
Perfect.
Thank you
Okay.
all. Greatly appreciated. I look forward
Okay,
to it.
Dave.
Thank you.
Okay,
thank
bye.
you.
Bye.
Yep.
Have a nice evening.
Yep.
You
all.
too.
You
Thank
too.
much.
Bye.